Hello, welcome to this flow designed to either get you going in the morning or to stretch you out in the evening. So it's good at any time. It uses postures that we use commonly in our yoga practices to really feel that we're coming alive or that we are leaving the day behind us. We'll start perhaps at the top of the mat if the computer's in front of you or your phone's in front of you. I'll stay where I am. You can be as long as you're comfortable and bearing your weight onto your feet. You can be anywhere that you like. So close your eyes. And over the next few breaths, notice how you are feeling within your mind. Acknowledging what is going on in your head will allow you to be able to, when you need to, leave those thoughts to the side to focus on your practice. And then notice your breath, or the breath itself, the way it comes into your body and it comes out, the way it moves your body. And perhaps you can also allow the breath now to be carried through your body like a little beacon to notice what it feels like to be in your body today. Stay here for another 3 breaths. And then slowly open your eyes. And then look down towards your feet. Have your feet to that outer hip width. And we're going to orbit a little bit on ourselves. So providing you have the big toe mound, the little toe mound, the inner heel and the outer heel gently planted, and that you feel that the crown of the head is up towards the ceiling, you're going to roll over onto one side. So let's say coming to the left. And then bring yourself onto your toes. The heels are still on the floor, yet you are bringing certainly more weight to the front, then out to the side, and back into those heels. So fear not the little, perhaps having to get yourself back on track. I know that when I come to the back of the heels, it can feel a little bit wobbly. And then you might start to notice where in your body you're compensating for this lack of balance. And then let's do this into the other direction. So we start the back to the other side, forward. Try to remain focused. One last time. And let's come back through to the center, shake those fingers and wrists a little bit. We'll inhale, turn the palms up above the head. Interlace the fingers and press the palms facing up towards the ceiling, releasing the shoulder blades back into their sockets. Press down onto the floor now that your weight is evenly distributed front to back. So really enhance the length of your body, trying to stretch as high up as you can. Then we're going to gently bend into the knees and bring those feet to be just under the hips. With the left hand, you hold onto the right wrist if that's appropriate for you. You could also release the hand to the side of the leg. And then we'll stretch onto the side here. Be gentle. Press the feet, particularly the right foot if you're going to the left. Then come back through towards the center. Take the arms forward and round and back up. As we now again bend the knees. Hold onto the left wrist, which is above the head, with the right hand. Press both feet to the floor, more into the left, so that when we take our now side bend to this side, we're not feeling that we're going to take off. We're anchored and thus stretching into the side of the body. Now come all the way back through towards the center. Release those arms back down again. You can shake them. You can allow one arm to come on the top and hug the shoulders, and then the other. And then you can progressively take the arms a little bit more behind you, either arms straight or in your goalkeeper arms. So you start to open up into the chest, and then you take the opposite arm as you go along. And then once you've stopped, had enough of hugging yourself for now, we'll come up onto the toes. So we'll inhale, come up and take the arms up as well. So a little bit of balancing for the ankles. Exhale, release. Let's take this once more. Come up onto the toes, lift the arms. Exhale, release. Twice more at your own pace. So inhale. Exhale, release. Preferably the hands and the heels reach their parts, floor and thighs at the same time. Once more. Good. And then from this, let's take the hands to the hips. Bend the knees here, and we're going to shift the hips to the back and to the side and forward and around. Good. So you take a few hip rotations, and then we'll reverse the direction. Again, this is not dissimilar to orbiting around your feet, except you are bringing this more into the movement of the hips, but you may feel the weight go in towards the inside of the feet and to the outside as well. Then straighten the legs once more. We'll take the weight onto the right leg, either come up onto the toes of the left foot or bring the leg a little bit higher up. Take right arm to the outside of the left leg, left hand towards the sacrum, so the lower back. Lift the chest and then use the hand onto the leg as a little bit of a lever, but trying to keep the knee in line with the hip as you take a twist. A gentle one to start with. Bring the gaze to the center, the spine to the center, the foot to the floor. We'll move to the other side. Lift, relax the shoulders still. You could have the toes to the floor or onto a brick or a book. And then left hand to the outside of the right leg, right hand to the lower back. Crown of the head up, and then as we exhale, we twist gently. Gaze back towards the center, the spine comes back to the center and the foot comes back to the floor. Be at the top of your mat here. So we're going to inhale, we lift the arms up. Exhale, hinge ourselves forward and down. So here, first time around. Again, you can take the weight back and a little bit forward. Notice what it feels like in the back of the legs. Feel free to take the legs a little bit wider. Feel free to use a brick for support. If your back is not very happy releasing forwards, then you're more than welcome to keep that long back and to come into that half a tabletop. Otherwise, you're holding onto your elbows, you're dangling here, and you can even sway from side to side. And then maybe a bit more to the left and to the right, keeping those knees soft and following the direction that you're going towards. And then coming back to stillness, allowing yourself to be a little bit like lead. Then very gently release the hands to the top of the feet, bend the knees slowly and curl yourself back up. And then with the crown of the head up towards the ceiling with the shoulders relaxed. Here, let's inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips and down, either hands to the floor, to the legs, or to the brick. Inhale, straighten the legs, fingers to the floor or your support. You gaze forward, long spine, long legs. Down, you're going to bend the knees, hold the back of the legs. Then inhale, lift all the way up. And then exhale, release the hands out to the side. Let's do this some more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge forward and down. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, knees bend, lift the arms over the head and release the arms out to the side. Option if it's not comfortable for the arms to lift when we come back up, we keep them to the side of the body. Twice more. Inhale, this time bend the knees, lengthen the tailbone, offer the chest. Exhale, fold forward and in. Inhale, elongate the legs and the spine. Exhale, folding, bending the knees. Inhale, arms either side and coming back up, or keep them to the hips and lift back up. Exhale, release the arms from up above or just from the side. Once more, last time. Good, finding yourself again at the top of the mat there, noticing what it feels like in your body to have come into those halves and salutation as they might be known. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Take the left leg back and the left knee down. Inhale and lift the arms. Relax the shoulders. Stay here for 3 breaths. Maybe you gaze up. Maybe you can even turn the little fingers towards the back. Then you're going to frame the front leg. Take the back arm forward and then open up towards the thigh. If you're feeling a little restricted here, you can step the leg out to the side and even turn the toes towards the outside of the mat. Want some support? You could use your brick under your left hand or come onto your fist. And then we're enjoying that twist. Shoulders away from the ears. And then we come back to reframing the front leg. Tuck the back foot, bring it a little bit forward, straighten the front leg. Again, use your brick behind the leg to keep that long back. Use your hands to the floor if you want to come a little bit more forward. If you want an extra stretch in your hamstrings, you can even come up onto the heel to bring the toes towards you. And then from this, bend the front knee, step the back leg forward, crown of the head down, bend the knee, sweeps the floor. Inhale, arms up, exhale, hands in towards the chest. Let's try this on the other side. Inhale, arms up, slight back bend. Exhale, come forward. This time the right knee comes back and the right knee comes down. We're going to inhale and lift the arms, relax the shoulders. You're lengthening the tailbone, maybe getting that slight crescent in the back, allowing you to come into a bit more of a back bend. Another 2 breaths here. Then you frame the front leg. Take the arm Forward, left arm, so that then you can turn towards your left thigh. You may move the leg, you may adjust the hand that is supported. You could also take the top arm to the lower back in order to twist, and you're relaxed into the neck. And then lift the top arm, bring it to frame that front leg again. Tuck the back foot, bring it in a little bit so you can easily have both feet flat to the floor. And then you come into a forward fold on the front leg to get that stretch in the back of the leg. Remember your options. If you haven't got a break at hand, you could take the hands to the shins and use that core here. Another breath. Bend the front knee, take the back leg all the way to the front, crown of the head down, bend the knee, sweep the floor. Inhale, arms up, hands in towards the chest. Good. From there, let's inhale, arms up, exhale, arms down. Take the right leg back and then take the left leg back into a downward facing dog. Option to stay onto the hands and knees and to stretch the hands a little bit forward into a puppy, so we stretch the front of the body. If you're in your down dog here, you have the hands planted, the thumbs pointing towards one another. You've got the knees bent still so that you can push the sitting bones back and allow the head to dangle here. And then maybe you push the thigh muscles towards the thigh bones towards the hamstrings, and eventually perhaps even releasing the heels in the direction of the floor. Another 3 breaths here. On your next exhale, come up onto the toes, forward into a plank or a half a plank, and then you can release yourself all the way down to the floor, any way that feels comfortable. Find yourself here. We're going to come into a sphinx, so we bring the elbows under the shoulders, we're pressing the hands down, we're allowing the buttocks to relax. Possibly you have a lot more flexibility into your back, in which case you're more than welcome to bring yourself even higher up into any variation that feels comfortable for you. And then here you can also start to look towards your right heel, come back through towards the center, and then to look towards your left heel. Let's do this once more. So we're still into our back bend. You take the gaze over towards the right, back through towards the center, and then over towards the left. Come back through towards the center, elbows splay out to the side, hands under the chest, tuck the toes, bring yourself back up onto the hands and knees, place the knees under the hips, and then here, tuck the tailbone down, round into your back, into your cat. Inhale, drop the chest into your cat. Exhale, back into your cat. Inhale, forward into your cow. One last time. Exhale, back. Inhale, cat. From this, sit back into your heels, slide the hands back behind you into your child's posture, cheek to the side. Stay there for a few breaths, about 3 to 5. And then from this, slowly uncurl yourself back up. You're going to come up onto your shins and perhaps face towards the long end of the mat, or if you've got enough space for you, then you can stay where you are. Otherwise here, we'll have the knees together. Take the left foot to the outside of the right leg. And then open the leg out to the side. Open it out. Toes up, shin up, knee up, thigh up. You're lengthening the tailbone, lifting so you're all in one line from your shoulder to your hip to your ankle. And to your knee, sorry, not the ankle, it's behind. You're going to turn the palm of the right arm out. Lift it and bring it all the way up towards the ceiling. Remember to lengthen the tailbone so that you're all long on your right side. Left palm is facing up. And then you're going to come to the side. Good. Take another breath or two here. Come all the way back up. Let's change sides. So this time, plant your shins down, lengthen the tailbone so you're long. Take the weight onto the left leg, or rather shift it. So you can take the right foot in line with the left knee and then open it out to the side. So you're opening your gate. This is Parigasana, the gate posture. Take the leg out so the heel is in line with the knee. Some of you may be able to extend the toes down and keep that stretch happening. Have a little try. You never know what might feel more comfortable one day as opposed to the other day. So here we're going to again have the toes, shin, knee, thigh facing up. Turn the left palm out and then bring it to the side of the ear when you're lifting here. Right arm with the palm facing up. Keep the tailbone lengthened, so you're reaching and then you come into a side bend. And then you can come back up, release the arm out to the side, bring the knee back in line. You can either sit back onto your heels or extend the legs forward. And just allow for a couple of breaths your back to come back to neutral, if you like. And then slide onto your bottoms. Take your heels and your knees towards you. You can hold onto your hands or hold onto your legs or onto your ankles even. And encourage you to round into the back there and to release the head between your knees for a few breaths. Slowly lift the head back up. Bring those feet together if you can. Have the fingers to your toes and try to keep the connection of at least your lower belly towards your thigh. And then you're going to start to walk the heels forward. And your back comes with it. But you will only be able to go as far forward and stretch into the back of the body as long as you're staying in connection with a part of your legs, so from your belly more likely. And then you can hold your legs wherever you want to, releasing the forehead forward, crown of the head facing towards the toes, as you take a few breaths into your salutation to the west. Gaze back up towards the toes slowly and curl yourself back up. Hands to the side of the hips, lengthening into the spine, finding that length into the legs as well, still there. Take your right knee in and then take it to the outside of the leg. You could also keep it to the inside and that would be absolutely fine. If you can take it over to the other side and still remain with the right foot flat, as in big toe mound, little toe mound, inner heel, outer heel, then you can stay there. Use your hands around the shin to lift the spine. And then you can either take the right arm, make a semicircle at your hip height, or take the arm up and behind you. Hug that right knee with the left arm, crown of the head up. And then very gently turning. Then gaze all the way back to the center. Spine comes back to the center. Release the leg. Extend it. Find Dandasana, staff posture again. Take this time the left knee in and then to the outside. Again, use your hands to your shins to lift the spine. Take the right arm around, left arm either up or low comes behind so that you can hug. And then the gaze comes back to the center, the spine comes back through towards the center. You can replace the left leg and extend it. Take the right foot flat, this time to the inside of the leg, and open it out to the side. Take the right arm behind you, sweep the left arm, and come up, opening into your hips. Allowing that head to dangle. Here, if bearing weight in your hand this way is not so good for you, you can come into the bridge posture. And then come back to the center. We'll change sides, so remember, you can take the bridge and continue there. Otherwise here, we're going to allow the knee to open out, the left arm to go behind, and then the right arm to lift up. So we can open up into the hips there, allowing the head to relax. And then very slowly releasing yourself all the way down. Bringing the knee up and extending the leg, sliding yourself down. Slowly rolling all the way down to the floor. You can decide to have your feet flat and your knees up. Or you can extend the legs one by one. Allow the feet to roll out. The palms to be facing up towards the ceiling. A little bit of air to allow a little bit of space to allow the air to circulate underneath your armpits. And we rest in our preferred variation of Shavasana. If you intend on starting your day from here on, perhaps you'd rather sit than lie down. Either way, find just a couple of minutes to settle before you move on. Notice how your body feels now. Are you keeping any residual tension anywhere? If so, you can breathe into the area and tense and then let go. Hopefully by then, as releasing with intention, some tension, you will also have let go of any previous residual tension. Allow breath and time to release the body into the back and into the front slowly. When you feel comfortable to do so, if you're seated, you can take some gentle rotation into the torso, so moving forward, to the side, back, just as we did when we were orbiting at the beginning of our practice. If you're on the floor, start to move your toes and heels and fingers and wrists, and then as if you were a little snake waking there, you can move and wriggle around, bringing more movement. And eventually rolling over onto one side, curled up into a ball. You can open your eyes when you are ready. Pressing the top hand down to the floor, make your way back up to a comfortable seated posture. Finding time once more to elongate the spine. And then let's inhale, arms up. Exhale loudly through the mouth. Twice more. Let's take one more breath. Release the thumb to the forehead for kind thoughts, to the lips for kind words, and to the heart for kind actions. I salute you. Namaste. See you soon.